So I'm here in Dallas, Texas, or Fort Worth.
You're in Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, my bad. I'm digging myself a hole here. With my queen of aviation, Allie Hoyt.
Hello.
And as a disclaimer, she's the only one wearing a mic right now, so she's gonna be doing most of the talking, and I'm so excited because, hey, where are we?
We are at the Vintage Flying Museum at Meacham Airport in Fort Worth, Texas.
Heck yeah, and what's that? And what did I get it?
That is Fifi, one of only 2 flying Boeing B-29 Super Fortresses in the world.
Yeah, so we're gonna go visit her, and then what else are we gonna visit?
Jackie Cochran's Beech 18.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
One of the really neat things about the Vintage Flying Museum, this hangar was actually purpose-built as a Boeing B-29 hangar. There's the regular hangar doors, but then you have a little special door up above it, which is going to be really handy when we put this B-29 into the hangar today.
So when they're tugging an aircraft like this, why is there someone in the cockpit?
To ride the brakes in case something happens.
Yeah, smart. Oh wow, that scares me. Holy moly. And then they're gonna back her up.
Yep. It'll be like watching a whale give birth in reverse.
So how did the B-29 compare to other aircraft at the time in terms of size?
It was certainly the biggest bomber we had built, but the main thing was that it was pressurized. So you could take it to much higher altitudes.
How quickly was it? Oh my god, it's gonna hit! Nope, nope. See this?
This hangar was purpose-built for B-29 Super Fortresses.
Gotta hurt to watch. Okay, it made it. Crisis averted.
They're very good at hangar Tetris here. You know, the B-29 cockpit was the basis for the Millennium Falcon.
Really?
Yeah. Look at it.
Oh, I see it. So B-29s are fun and all, but ayo! B-18s! Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, as cool as the B-29 is, she's not a tail dragger. So this is November 13 Juliet Charlie. She's a 1954 Beech 18, but this was the last aircraft ever owned by famed aviatrix Jackie Cochran. She's not quite as famous as she should be, but we're working on that. She owned this aircraft from 1969 to 1971, sold it to entertainer Merv Griffin when she had to give up flying because of a heart problem in her 60s. Now we have her, and we're restoring her to flying condition as a memorial to both Jackie and to the Women Air Force service pilots that she co-founded and directed during the course of World War II. The Beech 18 is powered by the mighty Pratt & Whitney R985. She's got 2 of them. They're in great shape, but we probably do want to get them overhauled, and that's going to cost us money. The props were generously overhauled last year by Byam's Propeller Service here at Meacham Airport. The airplane's got a lot of ties to Fort Worth. Jackie had ties to Fort Worth. She actually lived here during the war while she was running the WASP program.
It's funny because there's no way for me to crop that Texas flag out.
Yeah, Texas! That's Jackie on the left. She's pinning service wings on a WASP graduate. It's a shame that more people don't know who Jackie was because she has set and held more speed, altitude, and distance records than any other pilot, male or female, living or dead. She got into flying to promote her cosmetics company, and along the way just happened to become one of the greatest aviators we've ever known. So first woman inductee into the Society of Test Pilots, first female president of the FAI. She was the first woman to break the sound barrier, first woman to fly Mach 2. Jackie set a lot of records, but the speed records were her absolute favorite. We do want to operate this aircraft as a ride program aircraft, so we absolutely, of course, want to make sure everything is as safe as it can possibly be when we do operate the aircraft. We're in the middle of a pretty intense inspection process now, just to make sure there are no ugly surprises.
Want to show your earrings really quick?
Yeah, please do.
Because they're so cool.
Yep, these combine 2 of my favorite things, Texas and airplanes. The Beech 18 was acquired from Customs in 1985. The airplane had been used for some nefarious activities, drug smuggling and stuff like that. So it was seized by US Customs and then auctioned off. The college bought it in 1985. But as radial engines and tailwheel aircraft kind of fell out of favor, the Beech 18 got pushed outside and became sort of a novelty item. Like, hey kids, that's what an airplane used to look like. 7 or 8 years ago, a professor at the college was doing some research on the aircraft. So when he got the logbooks and opened them up and found Jackie Cochran's name inside, he immediately knew how significant that was. This year, Tarrant County College donated the aircraft to the Vintage Flying Museum to ensure the flying future of the aircraft.
What's your favorite thing about this aircraft?
Oh my gosh. The lines.
Only pick one.
It's just so pretty. The Beech 18, when it finished its production run, was the most produced aircraft, like, in history. It was an incredibly popular aircraft. It was sturdy, it was beautiful, it was fast. You could make it as fancy as you wanted or as utilitarian as you wanted. It's versatile, it's capable, and it's a lot of fun to fly.
How many Beech 18s have you flown?
2. I'm looking forward to hopefully flying this one day.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
I know you. It'll happen.
I'm just gonna stick around and, like, I just won't go away until they let me fly it. That's the plan. You ready?
Oop, I just got your phone.
Woo!
Don't feel super secure in here. I'm not gonna lie. It's seen better. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She has seen better days.
Yep. So it's not quite as bad as it looks, but as you can see, she does need a lot of work. We do have a restoration fund. If you want to donate, you can go to thevintageflyingmuseum.org. There's information on the website on how you can support the Beech 18 project. Got your fuel switches, oil bypass. There's your landing gear. It looks like a little wheel.
Oh, that's so cute. It's pink. Why is it pink?
It's probably a faded red, honestly.
Darn, I was like,
I know.
So on brand.
And then you have your flap switch here, which looks like a flap, to help you identify it so you don't actually accidentally put your gear up when you're really just trying to put your flaps up. The panel is missing, obviously. We have it out for your props, for your throttle, for your mixture.
Why are there 2 of each for 2 engines?
There's 2 engines.
Yeah.
You got all your little switches down here, your circuit breakers. A lot of this stuff you'll find, you know, in probably the aircraft that you're flying.
It's because it's from the same
It's from the
decade.
70s, yeah. Oh, this is fun. You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. You know what this is for?
Adding oil to the engine.
Pilot.
Yelling to the...
Nope.
Oh no!
Yep.
Is that a bathroom?
That's a pilot relief tube.
Relief tube, is that what you're going with?
Yep.
Gross. Well, girls have a strong disadvantage in that.
Yes.
Jackie
Actually had an adapter.
Oh, really?
Yep. She provided them to the women Air Force service pilots. Because a lot of the military aircraft have those as well.
The less glorious part of aviation.
Yep.
Right here. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching another episode of Beauty and the Bolt with one of my favorite guest hosts of all time, Miss Amazing Allison Hoyt. How can people find you?
I have an Instagram at thatladylindy.
Zoom in.
Oh my gosh.
Uncomfortably on
Hello.
your face.
You can follow the Vintage Flying Museum on Facebook, on Instagram. We also have a Facebook page specifically for the Beech 18 at N13JC, the tail number on the aircraft.
I like that.
13 was Jackie's lucky number. She put it on all of her racing planes, and it was in all of her tail numbers. But our aircraft was the only one she ever registered with her initials.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Whoa! Ninja. Magic. It's witchcraft. I love it. Oh, my phone just dropped. All right, into this like death trap. That's our signal to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to also follow Beauty and the Bolt on Instagram and Patreon and all of the things, and subscribe and click the bell, and you know the drill. Okay, bye.
Bye.